ladies, gentlemen, and all you radio operators that want to come out and play. Can you dig it? It's the Wednesday Night Jokenet here on the 146895 repeater. I am Kilo Echo 8 Papa Victor Lima, your net control for the evening. My name is Nemo, November Echo Mike Oscar, and I am located just a few clicks south of the repeater in beautiful Denmark Township. Before I go any further, is there anybody that needs this repeater for emergency or priority traffic? Okay, nothing heard. If anybody does need the repeater for emergency or priority traffic, please check in at any time with break and your call sign, and we will concede the repeater for the duration of your emergency. Again, this is the Wednesday Night Jokenet here on the 146895 repeater. This net meets every Wednesday night here on this repeater at 8 p.m. And the purpose of this net is to have fun, making each other laugh, coming up with crazy punchlines for this week's joke. Stick around. This is a 3-round net. You might miss something if you don't. All right, everybody with a valid amateur radio license is encouraged to participate. And for everybody else that's just hanging out around their radios or listen to us on scanners or digitally, we appreciate you being here too. Thank you for joining us tonight. Thank you, Tom, NHCT, for letting us use this repeater. It's available for public use. Obviously, you can get to this repeater via RF, and the frequency is 146895. It has a PL tone of 141.3. and a standard offset. So check that out. Also, you can get to the repeater via Echolink, and the node for that is W8IJC-L. We appreciate everybody that checks in. Please treat the repeater like it has a 2-minute timeout and allow for clean breaks between transmissions. Other than that, we are good to go. Let me break for time, and we'll go down the list and see who all's here tonight. Starting off at the top of the list, I have got Jeff, KC8, LAR.
KC8, LAR, present.
All right, Jeff, thank you for joining us tonight. Let's reach out to Dan, see if he's with us, N8DRL. Well, he must have put in a hard day at the campground today. Don't blame him if he checked out early. All right, we'll reach out to Andover, KE8YBN. Ken, are you with us tonight?
KE8YBN, yeah, we're down here, all right. Enjoying a nice warm day. Back to that. W8IJC link.
Yes, it is. Yes, it has been, man. I don't know exactly how hot it got today, but I was slinging concrete in it, and I definitely know it got over 85. I think it was pushing closer to 90. But we'll keep on moving down the list. Wayne, Alpha Charlie 8, Yankee Juliet.
Good evening, everybody. Alpha Charlie 8, Yankee Juliet.
All right, Wayne, pleasure to have you with us tonight. I don't know if she's going to be here, but she's been here, so let's give her a shout out and see if she's with us. Ruth Ann, KE8ZVO, are you with us tonight? Well, nothing heard there, so I'm hoping she's doing okay in her new adventures, and hopefully she'll check in with us. She had been for the last couple weeks on Echolink there, so if she's out there, good, and hopefully she'll give a shout, try to get into the show here tonight. All right, we'll reach out to, now I got a message from him saying he wasn't here, but I'll give him a try anyway. I'll reach out to Dave, K8TIE. All right, nothing heard. He did say something about his internet being out tonight, and he's just a little bit of a hop over a big hill to get here via RF. But maybe one day sometime down the road that can happen. I don't know. We'll see what goes on. Hey, anyway, we'll keep on moving down the list. And I thought I heard a call sign come across. Alpha Delta 8 Oscar India Vito, are you with us tonight? Okay, well, we'll give him another shout later if that's what needs to be. I'm pretty sure his intentions was to check into the net this evening. I talked to him earlier today. Well, I know I heard this call sign for sure. Alpha 8 Delta Lima. Drew, are you with us tonight, sir?
And with us today, cross fanning in from the living room so I can watch the game. Over.
Hey, that's a great way to do it. Watch the game and participate in your hobby at the same time. We'll move over to Jim, KE8 LFR. How about you, man? Are you with us? All right, nothing heard there. Maybe he's playing taxi cab tonight. Who knows? All right, how about Frank? He checked in with us last week. KE8ZHH. All right, nothing heard there. We'll go over to Joe, W8KNO, with that big jump out of Hiram there. Are you with us, sir? Joe, I'm not sure whether you made it in or not. I did hear the squelch chirp. Give it one more try. Joe, I am 100% certain that is you. You are breaking the squelch, but no audio is coming through, sir. I am going to mark you down as a check-in. And thank you at the very least for listening tonight, even if you didn't get a chance to participate. But we could try again in a little while. Maybe band conditions will change a little bit. Well, we had this guy check in last week. How about W8VFD? Mike, are you with us tonight? All right, well, that was probably a once-a-year check-in from him, but hey, that's okay. Appreciate it, him being here last week. Well, how about Jerry, N3 EV Team?
Good evening, Nemo. I am with you, but I'm going to have to be in and out tonight.
All right, Jerry, thank you for the check-in tonight. Appreciate it. Hope everything's going good for you. Is there anything you want to offer the group before you head out?
No words of wisdom or otherwise this evening. N3BT back to net control.
All right, very good. If you feel like jumping in a little later, we run usually about the hour, so hey, feel free. Otherwise, enjoy your evening. Thank you for the check-in. Always appreciate it. This is KE8 PVL and the Wednesday Night Jokenet. Is there anybody I might have missed or anybody who'd like to check in? Please call.
KE8YQL.
KE8YQL. Chris, I got you in there. Thank you for joining us this evening. Anybody else? Okay, nothing heard. We'll get into this week's joke. Thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. Always a pleasure having you with us. And man, let's do this week's joke. Let me pull that up. I got to change screens here for just a second because that's on a different screen than my call list. So there we go. All right, so tonight's joke. Oh, we've got a good one for you. And click on that one. That's the one I want. Sorry. Got the list in front of me here. So tonight's joke. Why don't mosquitoes make good comedians? This week's joke. Why don't mosquitoes make good comedians? And, we'll put Chris in the hot seat tonight. Chris, KE8YQL, we're going to start down there for you and put you in the hot seat, man. Why don't mosquitoes make good comedians?
KE8YQL here, and good afternoon, everybody on the net, or good evening, rather. Speaking of being in the hot seat, I hope my fan's not...
If you were looking for a radio port, you're just fine coming into the repeater. Go ahead, man. Maybe we lost him there. I hope his battery didn't die. I don't know whether it was on his HT or not. We'll just move along. We'll go to Jeff. And we'll come back around and hit Chris one more time. Jeff, KC8LAR, why don't mosquitoes make good comedians?
Okay, we'll take a stab at this one. I'm going to say because they suck the fun out of the audience. That's my answer. I'm sticking to it. KC8LAR, back to that control.
All right, they suck the fun out of the audience. I appreciate that one. We'll go to Ken, KE8YBN. Why don't mosquitoes make good comedians?
Well, I mean, one thing I think of is they make you itch instead of applauding them, like the net.
All right, everybody's got to itch them instead of applaud them. I like that answer. How about Wayne, Alpha Charlie 8, Yankee Juliet? Why don't mosquitoes make good comedians?
Because their stingers aren't any good.
Oh, I like that answer. Because their stingers aren't any good. That's a good answer. I really like that with some thought into there. How about it, Drew? Alpha 8, Delta Lima. Why don't mosquitoes make good comedians?
I guess as they get too buzzed, and sometimes they even end up smashed. I'll say, I'll believe it. That's it. All.
All right, they get too buzzed, and sometimes they end up smashed. Man, we're getting some great answers tonight. Thank you, guys. Appreciate you putting your thinking caps on your funny bones there. Let's see if he can push through the trees. W8KNO, Joe, I know you're out there listening. Why don't mosquitoes make good comedians? Well, I think he's trying. He's just not getting in. I know the trees are there, and the heat and the ducting and all that's probably playing a role in it for him. Another month and a half or two, and he'll be getting in clean every week, and we'll appreciate hearing him there. But thank you for trying, Joe. Always a pleasure, man. All right, we'll try Chris again. KE8YQL, are you back with us? All right, nothing heard. Well, this is KE8PVL with the Wednesday Night Jokenet, and hopefully he'll jump back into the circle here in a minute. I guess we'll make one more call out to anybody who would want to check into the net, and then we'll get into the answer. KE8PVL, please call.
KE8YQL,
My radio shut down, but I said because the mosquito doesn't have a funny bone.
All right, we got you back on the list. Thank you, Chris, for rejoining us. And the mosquito doesn't have a funny bone. We've got you locked in for that answer. Some great answers tonight. This is K8PBL with the Wednesday Night Jokenet. Before we get into the answer, one more call out to anybody who might want to check in. Please call.
Alpha Delta 8, Oscar India checking in.
W8IJC link.
There he is. Alpha Delta 8 Oscar India Vito. I've got you locked in. Is there anybody else that would like to check in? Please call. All right, nothing heard. I'm giving a little extra time on the please calls because I know we got a lot more people checking in via Echolink anymore, and as people are farther and farther away, Echolink is the option for that. So just trying to be patient, just in case there's a bunch of lag there. All right, Alpha Delta 8 Oscar India Vito, thank you for joining us tonight, sir, again. And why don't mosquitoes make good comedians?
88 Wires. Why don't mosquitoes make good comedians? Because they just suck. Back to net.
All right, very good. That's two for the day. Just suck answer and stick-it-to-itiveness. All right, man. One more call. Anybody else? Check in. K8PBL, please call. All right, this week's joke: why don't mosquitoes make good comedians? My answer is because they suck. Because they suck. So I got right in there with Jeff and Vito, but I think these other answers were way better than that. I don't know about you guys. That's just my opinion. All right, let me get into some announcements, and then we'll get into why everybody's really here. All right, Area's District 10, Ashtabula County Emergency Services Training Net is every Monday night on this repeater at 8 p.m. 146895 is the RF frequency, and it's a standard offset and a PL tone of 141.3. You can get into this repeater via Echolink, and the node for that is also W8IJC-L. Check in every Monday night at 8 p.m. for the Ashtabula County Areas Net. They could always use help coordinating with emergency services and other community events and things like that amateur radio participates in. Yeah, that. Okay, also some guys that participate in that sorts of things is the Ashtabula County Amateur Radio Club, and their weekly net is Thursday night at 8 p.m. over on the 146715 repeater. Again, that repeater's got a standard offset, I believe, IE negative, and a PL tone of 141.3. Also, it has an Echolink node, and that node is N8CT-L. Please check them out. Good group of folks over there, too. We recently did our Hamfest with them just a couple weeks back, and it was a great time. All right, speaking of Amigos Radio Club Ashtabula, our monthly meeting is coming up this Saturday, August 2nd at 6 p.m., and that's going to be at 3600 Stanhope, Kelloggsville Road in Jefferson, Ohio, I believe is the address. His correct address is 3600 Stanhope, Kelloggsville Road, and meeting is open to the public, 6 p.m. August 2nd. Hopefully we'll see some folks out there. All right, coming up this weekend, also on August 2nd, since you're coming out this way, it's a good time to make a day of it. We got the Amish benefit auction coming up here, and it's the Amish hospital auction. It's their way of raising money for the poorer people in their community or the people who are strained with heavy medical bills. Let me break for time. It's a great it's a great day event. Usually goes from like 8 o'clock to I want to say 3 in the afternoonish, and there's tons of food, homemade Amish ice cream, awesome chicken like you were going to a chicken dinner, hamburgers, pizzas, all kinds of stuff, and that doesn't even count what they auction off. All the auction off stuff is donated, and 100% goes back into the community. So there you go. Even the auctioneers come and do it, I believe, for free, because they all just, kind of, they're all part of that community. Come check it out. There's always lots of good stuff there. Sometimes everything from like crossbows to farm equipment to boats, all kinds of stuff. So come check it out. It's a good time. That's going to be 1809 Middle Road in Pierpont, Ohio. And if that address sounds familiar, that's because it's the address of Pioneer Picnic. The auction is actually at the Amish farm across the street from Pioneer Picnic, but parking is going to be in Pioneer Picnic parking area. So there'll be plenty of parking, and you can't miss the house that's going to have the auction there. So big one. All right, hopefully people show up to that. 1809 Middle Road, and that is Saturday, August 2nd. I'm looking forward to the ground sausage myself. All right, I'm going to get out the way now, and we'll get into why everybody's really here. All right, since he's back in the rotation, we got a couple people under him. We'll go right ahead, and we'll start with Chris, KE8YQL. Good to have you with us tonight, sir. And what do you got for the group?
Good afternoon, everybody. I don't have a whole lot for the group here. Just glad to be a part of the net, and it's been a busy day. I hope everybody's staying hydrated, and yeah, take care of yourselves, man. Take an extra second every day to do something for yourself, because that's, what's most important, right? Anyway, have a great night, everybody, and thank you, Nemo. We'll send it back to net control. Kilo Echo 8, Yankee Queen Lima.
Yo, okay, very good. Thank you for that, Chris. Appreciate you being here. As always, stick around for the discussion round. Maybe somebody will have something interesting. I did realize it was the last net of the month technically, and so it is kind of open mic night, but I'm sure we can come up with something to talk about if nobody else has an idea. Okay, we'll go down to Vito, Alpha Delta 8 Oscar India. Good to have you with us tonight, sir. And what do you got for the group?
Here. How's everybody doing? I won't be on too much longer. Over at my ex's with my daughter and granddaughter. They just got back in from Florida, and my granddaughter is playing with the phone right now. Say hi. She's waving hi to all you guys. So, have a good one. I'll see you guys on Saturday.
All right, very good. Well, definitely go enjoy the evening with your family there. I can appreciate that. You got a granddaughter, future amateur radio operator in your hands there, so always steer them in the right direction. Okay, we'll move up the list. Jeff, KC8LAR, good to have you with us tonight, sir. What do you got for the group?
Good evening, Nemo. Everyone else on the net. Not a whole lot. Just going over a few lists of news and double checking my wind link, making sure it's up to date. Did real good. Was able to check in and check my messages with about 7 watts on 40 meters without a problem. Station 230 miles away. So definitely the NVIS configuration is working well for me this evening. So not a whole lot else going on. Just trying to keep my head low and get things done around the house. So with that, we'll pass it back to net control. This is KC8LAR.
All right. Well, I feel you on the things around the house, man. I got plenty of those, and it's starting to run out of daylight time to do those things. So got to get on the ball there myself. Anyway, we'll go down to Ken, KE8YBN. Good to have you with us tonight, sir. And what do you got for the group?
Hi, Nemo and group. Yeah, not a whole lot here either. Just help my neighbors when I can. It's down at the hot temperatures for sure. And get the entertaining my cat. I got do something with his nails. Just cut them off or put booties on them. Anyways, that's an ongoing project. Back to that.
All right, definitely stay hydrated on these hot days. It's supposed to rain tomorrow, that's what they say, and we're supposed to get some cooler temperatures in the 70s for the next week or so. But man, I'll tell you what, today was a hot one, that's for sure. I agree with you there. All right, we'll go to Wayne, Alpha, Charlie 8, Yankee, Juliet. Thank you for being here tonight, my friend. And what do you got for the group?
Good evening, everybody. I'm just sitting at home relaxing. I've been downtown Cleveland on federal jury duty all week, and I'll probably be down there. I'm thinking at least till Friday. So haven't been up to too much. Needless to say, I've been leaving the house early in the morning and get home like at 6:30, 7 o'clock. So just glad to be here relaxing. That's about it. Haven't done any radio. That's the only radio I've done so far this week. Set it back to net control. Alpha Charlie 8, Yankee Juliet.
All right, very good. Well, thank you for making the radio time you've gotten to this week, being this net right here. I appreciate that, my friend. And good luck on that jury duty. I hope they wrap it up quick for you, and you're not down there until Friday. Just do the right thing, but get it done. Anyway, we'll go to Drew, Alpha 8, Delta Lima. Thank you for being here tonight, sir. What do you got for the group?
Well, like a lot of you guys, probably, I'm hoping for a good soak and rain. Well, it's real dry out here. Some years we have to get it filled. Hoping to avoid that. But it's getting close to that point. So it's always hit and miss around here. I need to put in a pond. I just haven't gotten one yet. So keep ahead of the heat, keeping the bowls filled, just staying busy doing that. But seriously, just disappointed about all the corruption that's coming out in politics. Of course, you expect that, but what I'm mostly talking about is in baseball. Two of our best pitchers for the Guardians are apparently, allegedly, betting on games, and it's just so frustrating because it's so stupid. Because have so much to lose, so little to gain, and they're doing stuff like that. It's just flabbergasted me. So, I guess that's about all I've got. I'm going to try to join the meeting Saturday by whatever it is, Zoom or whatever you guys use. So, if you need to give me the link for that. Otherwise, that's about all I got for this round. Alpha 8, I'll leave it back to net control.
All right, very good. Yeah, everybody comes in through Discord, so just pre-install that, and we'll send you a link. I don't have. Well, I can send you a link through Discord once we get it there and set up, and it'll just come through your email. So the email that the membership has on file for you, that's going to be the one we send it to, probably, unless you text us and tell us otherwise. All right. And then you'll just follow that link. We'll walk you through it over the phone if we need to. All right, let's keep on going. Man, he's so far away. Joe, I really want to pull you out of the weeds, but all I can say is thank you for being here tonight, sir. And that rounds out the list as I have it. This is KE8PBL with the Wednesday Night Jokenet. And is there anybody else that would like to check into the net? Please call. I know I'm hearing somebody else in there. Take a couple steps to the left and try one more time. Joe, we're pulling you out of the weeds, man. Absolutely, I can hear you. It sounds a little bit better there. How you doing, my friend?
Doing well.
Oh, it's so close. It's so close, man. We got the first couple words, and then it just dropped on us, man. I'm sorry. One more time if you can. Nope, but thank you for being here, man. I really, really, really appreciate it and the effort trying to get in tonight. Let's move over to the discussion round if we can. It's open mic night, so anybody got a open mic topic? All right. Well, let's see here. So this past 2 weeks, we had the Hamfest, and man, that was great. It was good to see everybody out there. Two things happened. One was my dad of 66 plus years, sitting on a technician license, basically took his test, and he passed it, and he got his license, and that just shows you it's never too old to keep on moving forward. Absolutely. And then another thing that I talked about a couple weeks back was a young lady who is down in Warren area, and I can't remember her call sign off the top of my head, but she just received a Young Ladies Amateur Radio of the Year award from I believe it was Ham Radio Newsline, and congratulations to her, obviously. But she started when she was 8, and if one thing that's taught me, it's that you're never too young and you're never too old to keep learning and keep moving forward. And that's a valuable lesson that I've gotten sort of out of amateur radio, or at least reinforced anyway from my form of thinking. So tonight I think is a good topic for us to talk about what we've learned, not technically wise, but just general life lessons that we've learned from amateur radio. So we'll go down the list. Chris, KE8YQL, good to have you with us tonight. General life lessons you've learned from amateur radio. Oh, KE8YQL, are you still with us? All right, maybe he'll get back to us. Hopefully he will. How about Vito? We'll go to Vito, Alpha Delta 8 Oscar India. Valuable life lessons that you've learned from amateur radio. Oh yeah, he did say he was securing his station, so I got him marked down as an IO. I didn't do that. We'll go up to Jeff. KC8LAR, good to have you with us, sir. How about it? Valuable life lessons that you've learned from amateur radio.
W8IJC Link.
Oh, Vito, did I not give you long enough? Come again. Come again.
Here, I said my favorite thing that I learned has been pay it forward. Back up.
All right, sorry about that, man. I didn't mean to walk all over you. I just thought you had locked up already for the night. Thank you again for being here still. And pay it forward. Absolutely. Appreciate that. That's a great answer to it. Jeff, KC8LAR, how about it? Valuable life lessons you've learned from amateur radio.
Oh, that's a good topic of discussion. One thing I learned is no matter how much you learned and how much you think you know, there's always something you can learn from somebody else, no matter how long or how little they've been in the hobby. I've been at this for what some would say a short 30-ish years, and I'm always learning something new. There's always something that somebody else is putting out. Some people have been in the hobby for a very short period of time. Others have been in the hobby for, as long as your dad, and some of them longer. So you got to keep your mind open, and I think that not only applies to radio, I think it applies to life. How is it they say, keep an open mind, but not so open that your brains fall out. KC8LAR, back to net.
All right, very good. Absolutely. Keep an open mind and, stitch it closed every once in a while because you gotta keep moving, keep living, right? All right, we'll go down to Ken, KE8YBN. Thank you for being here, sir. And valuable life lessons you've learned from amateur radio.
Well, sir, from my point of view, when I took the test, how much study I put in to learn what I can learn, and for the few questions you get out of the most majority of possibilities, my hats off to anybody who ever got a license. It takes a lot of work and determination. And when the tragedies hit, and the head radios ones have been communications out there for everybody else, that's going to become noticeable if I have a spare tire. And say when you need them, like the net.
Absolutely, and I do hope people wrote the FCC about that kind of stuff, because just like you're talking about with the emergency services, if I'm not mistaken, the entire Starlink network went down just not long ago, and nobody had communication through it. So it just goes to show you, even the newest, most up-to-date technologies out there, when they fail, the people still need amateur radio operators in order to make things happen and the world turn, so to speak. At least for a little while. All right, we'll keep on going down the list. We'll go down to Wayne, Alpha Charlie 8, Yankee Juliet. How about the most valuable lesson you've learned being an amateur radio operator?
I'm going to kind of piggyback off Jeff there and say, I realize how little I actually know and how much more I actually have to learn.
Well, I agree with you on that. Seems like I'm learning something new every day anymore. At least the last couple months, anyway, for sure. It seems like it, but you never stop learning. That's another good one. Never stop learning. All right, we'll try Chris one more time. He's still on the list. I have him here. And K8YQL, are you with us? All right, well, I had to give him a shot, man. Well, that's it. That rounds out the list as I have it. This is KE8PVL with the Wednesday Night Jokenet. Before we put a bow on it, as it were, is there anybody that would like to check in? Please call.
Still need to go. Alpha 8 Delta Lima.
Drew, I skipped you. Thank you. Sorry. Alpha 8 Delta Lima. My apologies, sir. Please go right ahead with what life lessons you've learned in amateur radio.
learned to wait for the repeater. But more importantly, I've learned the radio, basically like life, is kind of unpredictable. Some days are good, some days are bad. But even the bad days are pretty good if you have the right attitude. And that's a lesson that you can carry over basically into most other aspects of your life. That's all I got. Alpha Base, I'll leave it back to control.
Absolutely. Don't let the bad times bring you down. For sure. Okay. Yeah, we'll call one more time in case I missed or somebody, or in case anybody else wants to check in. Please call KE8PVL. All right, that's it. That rounds out the list, and that puts us at the end of the discussion round. So I'm going to go ahead and close the net. It's a little early tonight, but that's okay. I appreciate everybody being here. Oh man, stay cool, everybody. This heat's been driving everybody nuts. I know that. Tom NHCT, thank you for the use of the repeater every Wednesday night here at 8 o'clock. I appreciate it. And all those currently retired from service and currently in service to our country, thank you. Appreciate your efforts and your sacrifices. I won't forget them, and I will try my best to always honor them. This is KE8PVL. I'm going to return the repeater back over to normal amateur radio use, whatever that might be. Be good to each other, everybody. KE8PVL is clear.